Hey guys, hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Today, back with more Transformers goodness. So happy to finally have Studio Series 86 Ratchet here get added to the collection. Um, Pretty much, I'm a huge G1 fan, as you guys know from my previous videos. So it's great to have more Transformers, the movie figures. So again, no plastic window or anything. You've got Ratchet just sort of hanging out there in the packaging. Got the Ratchet artwork here. I'm assuming they took this out from the arc scene where unfortunately this guy meets his demise, but we're going to ignore that for now. Again, Autobot Ratchet over here on the right, you got the 86 logo with Ratchet there shooting his guns, and over here a closer look at his face. On the back, of course, more product shots. You got Ratchet here in his robot mode holding his two guns. They show you as well that you do get a diorama or a little background piece artwork that you can use to display this guy of the arc. You've got the vehicle mode, which again is a ambulance. Of course, this guy's based on the Ironhide mode, right? And of course, you see here the Decepticon shuttle ambush. If you're familiar with this movie, you know how this ends up for this guy. But nonetheless, really happy to have Ratchet here added to the collection. So I will open this up and show you guys what it's about. All right, guys. So here we are back with Autobot Ratchet, or Ratchet as I call him, out of the box. This is the Studio Series version. You do get your instructions with him. That's where it says Autobot Ratchet, but I just know him as Ratchet. And it goes through the instructions on how to transform this guy. If you have the Ironhide mold, from this series, from Studio Series, is the exact same one, just repainted. So the transformation will be the same. You also do get two guns, so that is really cool. And again, these are the same guns that come in with Ironhide. They're painted the exact same way. So there you go with the black handle, same thing here, and he can hold them. These things can also be stored. So if you want to store them back here, you can try and plug them in. They can also, if you remove these sirens here, for the instructions, you can also store them on the leg. I will not be doing that, but those are options, and options are good. As far as the robot itself, as I said, it's pretty much Ironhide. Just, again, that's pretty much how they were in the cartoon. Ironhide and Ratchet shared the same mold, a whole different color, but I think they've done an awesome job. For some reason, this mold in white in this Ratchet mode just speaks more to me than the Ironhide did. So it's pretty good. You've still got some clear plastic, which actually looks pretty awesome, but again, I know some folks are very leery of all this clear plastic, especially when it comes to transforming it, because it could perhaps be more prone to breakage. The face is a very neutral, I guess, expression. So again, it's done really well here with the gray and silver with the blue eyes. It looks really cool. The clear plastic here looks really cool. That's part of the windshield and everything. The insignias, I don't recall the original having these kind of insignias. I'm assuming maybe they changed it for some kind of trademark reason. But you do get the Autobot insignias there on both sides. And you got some nice detailing and line work here. The red, I love the red in the hands. It's like this nice shiny red, with almost looks like it's been clear coated. So that's really cool. Going on down to the waist, you got more red plastic here, which completely complements really well, I think, the rest of the white in the figure. And then same thing on the legs, just plain old white. You got your clear plastic here in blue, the same as up here. The back, nothing much to scream about. What is different back here from the Ironhide mode is that you have these sirens. These do come, apart. You can take them out. They're clear plastic. They come in the box separately, so you kind of have to put them in yourself. And these are the sections you can take out to store the guns in here in robot mode if you wanted to. I'm going to leave these two here. As far as articulation, the same articulation as the Ironhide mold. So you can take that, turn the head fully around. There you go. Arms again, and you can put them out this way. I think this mold already had some great articulation. Elbows, the hands here you can turn fully around, no problem there. Waist, same thing here, no issues. this skirt pulls up so you can kick forward, and then it's got some 90-degree action. And these, because they're part of the transformation, you do get some good range, so you could pull them out and sort of you know, pose them up in a pretty good way here. But he looks actually really cool. I think I liked white with the red and the light blue. It looks really nice there. He can get into some decent poses. As far as the transformation, again, very similar, actually the exact same transformation as Ironhide. So I'm going to attempt to do this here for you guys, being careful that I don't break any of this clear plastic. So first thing to do here would be to pull this chest section out and carefully slide it out. Take this part of the front of the roof, take it out, unfold these two sections here, take that, unfold them out. Very carefully, take the head and pivot it down so that you can hide it in there. And then you can just, for now, loosely have this sitting in place there. Next thing to do would be to then take the waist here and undo it, unclip it, right? Untab it. You're going to take this, essentially this is the front of the bumper. You got a gray bumper. You're going to swing that down. Next thing to do at this point is let's do the arms here. So the arms, you're going to undo the, not this part, but this joint here. You're going to pull it completely out. Same thing here, pull it out. And then you'll be able to tab these two arms together. So there is a tab here that matches in there. It's going to take that and essentially join them together. Make sure they're lined up. And just have them sitting like that. And you're left with something like this. Then you could take the hands and turn them. Make sure they're this way and then turn them down so that they sit something like that at this point. You can leave it alone for now. Next thing to do is we got to turn this bumper fully around. So in order for us to do that, we need clearance. So we're going to do something like this, and we're going to turn the whole upper section around, making sure that we clear all this stuff here like that. And then at that point, you'll see this front bumper kind of slides into place. We can play around with that later. Then at this point, the legs would be next. Let's start off here with the feet. You're going to take this. You can start sliding it out a bit. Move these sections forward on both legs. So same thing here. Take this, slide it out forward a little. And then undo the feet here. They're on a hinge. So you're going to fold forward, take these windows out, fold them out. Oop. And you see that just came out. So just be really careful with that. You could just push it back in. Then the next thing is these panels here on the sides. You're just going to slightly take them out, push them out this way. Same thing here. You can pull the window and then fold these windows up. And then at that point, you could start joining these two sections. So you could take this, join it like that. And then same thing here. There are a section here that you can tab in. So make sure then at this point, before you do that, that you slide these forward. And you'll see the red part of the legs kind of slide in place. Same thing here. And then that'll give you a bit of an easier time to try to match these two sections together. Just slide them in, and then same thing here. All right, so then we're gonna take this and essentially slide it forward. Make sure these sections are kind of close in place here. There you go. And then this will fold. You see there's two tabs here. We'll grab onto there. So just fold it down and they should sit in place as such. At this point, we gotta match up these two arms with this section of the roof. There's, again, tabs here and here that will go into these places, and just take that. And just make sure that meets something like that at that point. Then you can take essentially these sections here and fold them in, and they will meet in here with these sections here. So you just got to play around with it a bit so that these arms kind of are folded in place so that this matches. 1 second. So take that, make sure that matches in place. Next thing is this. Same thing here. Take that, make sure that that's all tabbed in together. And then this is a part that's a little annoying, I guess, because you have to make sure these two hooks here sit under there, and you're just going to take this, and let's see if I could do this, push it in down like that. I don't know if you saw that, but there you go. And then you can play around, fix the windshield a bit. Once you get everything tapped in, this thing looks really cool. You can see some of the head there, but hey, no biggies. I do like the clear windows. They do let you see inside, but then you get left with the head like that. The ambulance mode, again, no markings other than the front. You've got the Autobot symbol, and you got this gray bumper. Of course, you got the lights here for the ambulance mode. So really cool. I guess the only thing, as I said, is all this clear plastic that has to get tabbed in place really well. I just hope that over time, from transforming it constantly, this clear plastic lasts. Because now, if you want to turn this back into robot mode, part of it is going to involve getting these two sections here out. So you're gonna have to pull them, somehow push them down while you pull this front bumper section out. So just be really careful. The vehicle mode itself is pretty cool. It does roll really well, but again, it's an ambulance mode. It's Ratchet, no big deal. It looks cool. It plays a part, so it looks really nice. In this mode, you can attach the guns if you wanted to. You can take these sections out and put the guns on top, because you could do that in Ratchet. But other than that, if you wanted to, the guns can also perhaps go here. And at that point, you're left with something like this, right? Looks like 2 exhaust pipes. So yeah, there you go. That is Ratchet in his ambulance mode. Alrighty, guys. So here we are back with Ratchet in his glorious robot mode. Looking really cool there, sort of holding his 2 guns. I'm really glad again that we're getting these 2 Series 86 figures, at least in this scale. So it gives me a bit of more of a chance to have that whole movie G1 collection. The figure itself is really cool. Articulation is great. If you have the Ironhide mold, you know precisely what you're getting. But I think they've done a great job of taking that mold and making Ratchet pretty much, I think, a good toy, other than the plastic, clear plastic pieces that you have to use to transform. It's not too bad. You just have to be careful. As far as comparisons, if you guys are interested, here he is, and next to the masterpiece, Takara Tomy Ratchet. The whites are kind of different. I'm trying to give you guys a better look here. Obviously, whole different toys. That's a masterpiece figure on the left there, and so it's a lot more expensive. This is also a older figure. So what I do appreciate about this new one is you don't have these panels here that are just kind of hanging out in the masterpiece figure. And I do tend to prefer the proportions of the chest in this guy in comparison to that one. But again, just wanted to show what those two look like together. Alrighty. Going on, here he is next to the Ratchet from the Bumblebee movie. Again, this was the Cybertronian, I guess, version of that Bumblebee movie universe. So I think that's why I like these versions so much, because I essentially took this and just kind of said, how can we make it look more alien-like or more modernized, I guess. So you ended up with that, which actually does look really cool. And then to show you guys some similarities here, here he is standing next to the we'll move this guy out of the way, the Ratchet mold. And in there you could see a lot of the similarities, right? The clear plastic is pretty much the exact same figure, just painted differently, and then you have a different head. But again, they both look awesome, especially Ratchet here. So let's continue on. Here he is next to some Decepticons. So you guys can see the size difference. Here he is next to Earthrise, Starscream, and Earthrise Skywarp there. Looking really cool. So we'll move those two guys out of the way. Here he is next to Astro Train and Thundercracker. So you guys can see what those three figures there look together. Cool stuff. We'll move these two out of the way, and then two more Decepticons. Here's Runabout and Runamuck. I always forget who's who out of these two, but there you go. They're a little smaller, but again, really cool to have all these figures in there together. Looks really nice. Here he is next to Bumblebee and Brawn. So that's really cool. And then we can add one more with Jazz. Studio Series 86 Jazz, Studio Series 86 Brawn, and that is the Netflix Bumblebee there. And then why not add, here we go, here's Earthrise Optimus Prime. So you could see him standing there in the back. Optimus obviously is way taller and bigger character, so that's really cool. And then we can move Bumblebee out of the way. Here he is next to Cliff Jumper. So that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you got something out of this. If I missed anything, feel free to leave a comment. But overall, I am happy with Ratchet here. I think he looks really cool. I love that I now get to build more of that movie or G1 series, and they're releasing all these different figures and toys. I think that fit in really, really well. And I love that they're reusing molds and getting us some essential characters on my book. Anyway, thank you so much if you made it to the end. If I missed anything, you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, I will catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.